You know I have to have a drink first, but I couldn't think what I was going to talk about today, but I found something today. I thought of something. So it might be only a short one, but then again, my short's never short. But I was going to talk about this book again, E2. Seeing as we did the experiment, Dr. Emoto's, well, we did the Vice experiment, and as you could see if you saw it, it did work, about positive thoughts coming into reality, which is sort of to do with this book because it's about believing stuff and positive thoughts and then things coming to you that you want, law of attraction. But I thought, because we did that experiment, this book's really good. It's by Pam Grout, E2. It was $10.99. It's a really good book, and it's got about, I don't know if it's 10, I'm not sure. It's got a few experiments in it to do, and if you do it by the letter, whatever the word is, it should work. It did for me so far. I'm up to where that yellow little mini bulldog clip is. I use these to mark the pages because they're just these, you know, the little mini ones. Clip it down, you know where it is. But I put it down for a couple of months. But the ones that I have done have worked, and I think I've spoke about it in past videos, but I shall talk about this in a minute. Yeah, so positive thoughts. Not everyone's positive all the time. I try to be. Sometimes I get down about things, but I just sort of boost myself back up again by doing something that I love or whatever. Like, you know, I create jewellery and books and different things. Try and relax to something that I like. But if you're new here and you haven't seen my first YouTube videos, which make me laugh now, from last year, when I might have been saying why I came on here and different things, it's because I've gone back into, also with the other path that I've gone into, which you see on the witchy ways and stuff like that, and I've spoke about last year at some point, but didn't really show you much, was because that path also makes me feel very positive, because it is a positive thing anyway. Like I said, it's not what people think it is, and I don't need to go into it. I've told you, if you don't know, you should look into it. I know a few people have, and some people are doing it too, which is really nice. But it's because when I have two boys, if you don't know, I have two boys. I have one who's 17 that never sees a vampire, that lives in his bedroom and never comes out, just for something to eat. And Finn is 2 now. But short story, try not to get upset, I don't think I will now. Basically split up with Finn's dad at 5 months, not 5 months even, 5 weeks pregnant. Got rid of certain things and things that were going on and stuff, which I found stuff out later that I wasn't happy about, but there's nothing I could really do about it. Didn't want to be with him anyway. Blah, 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 blah. Not going into all that, but basically, I was on my own from 5 weeks, and I know there'll be other women that have done this as well, and maybe even before 5 weeks with first finding out, I don't know, split with partners. 5 weeks pregnant, just on my own. I was even thinking about it the other day because something was on telly. It gets me upset when I think about it, not because I want to get back with his dad, just because I just think, oh, out of anything, that was the saddest time in my life, just because I never thought I'd be pregnant. Well, I didn't actually think I could, second time around, and I didn't think I'd be in the situation that I'm in now, where even though it works now, the situation, and Finn's used to it and everything, and going to his dad's and his new partner and stuff, but I never thought I'd be in this situation. When I got pregnant, I thought I would be. There was other things, other factors as well, but it just upsets me. Well, it did upset me because it was just awful. It was just awful. Going through pregnancy on my own, I felt like I was on my own because I don't have a big family. My mum lives in Wales. My sister lives only over the road, but she was sort of getting on with her own life with her new fella that she's with, who she's had a kid to, and they're getting a house soon and stuff, and you know, she was in her own little world, and I just found it very, like, my friends were good, but none of my friends have been through this situation that I've been through. So I did feel a bit lonely. And when I had Finn, even though my friends and his nana was there for me in labour and stuff, and oh well, his dad was as well. I let him be there in the end because I'm not nasty like that. Even after things I'd found out, I just thought, you know, he's his dad at the end of the day. He should be there, whatever. He's still his dad. That's how I am, and I've still been good to him throughout, even though I found stuff out which don't approve of. But it was just an awful time for me because just being on my own with a newborn baby, nobody there to really help me and stuff. It was just knackering. As you know, as a mother, it's knackering at the beginning, and just being on my own and couldn't, you know, I didn't have anyone to pass him over to if I was feeling a bit upset or tired or whatever. It was just really hard. But I won't get upset because at the end of the day, always look, this is what I'm going to say about this positive one, always look for the silver lining in things, even if you think it's a really bleak place that you're in, because I know some are worse than mine that isn't mega bleak, but the good thing that came out of it is Finn. And even though me and his dad don't see eye to eye with some things, even though I let him, you know, go to his dad and all that, blah, blah, because it's not Finn's fault. He should know who his dad is and stuff. You know, and his partner's great with him, so that's all I can ask for, really. Is even though in a way, I would never wanted to go through that, and probably, I know it sounds awful, if I knew what I knew now, I probably, not if I knew what I knew with Finn, if you know what I mean, but if I knew what I knew, what I went through with that, my feelings, if I could go back in time, I just wouldn't have got back with him and wouldn't, you know, like you always think, oh, I'll do things different. But then again, I can't say that because I've got Finn and he's a little monkey, but he's brilliant too, and he just puts a smile on my face. And if I was on my own now without Finn, even though I've got Tyler, you know, teenagers are like, they just don't want to know, do they? Maybe it'd be a bit more, it'd be easier in a way, but I do get a lot of, you know, love and enjoyment out of Finn, so I can't grumble, even though it was just so hard. And I think that's why, you know, I said I came on YouTube and stuff. My confidence was knocked a bit, but also it made me be more positive things, and I had to think positive. If I hadn't have think positive, I don't know. I just don't know what I'd have done. But because obviously, like I've said, if you think negative, you're just going to draw negative people and negative things to life. So I had to be positive, and I got through, you know, them first couple of months with a newborn. Whoa. When I got past that, I was okay, and it's okay now and everything. There's things, you know, I'm single. I hope to be in a relationship one day. I'm not that rushed at the minute, but, you know, it probably scares me a little bit. But, you know, if you think, especially, you know, I'm 40 now, it's like, God, you know, I hope I don't go through all that again. And I hear stories of things and people dating and things, and I just think, oh, you know, it's probably easier to be single, but I know that'll come, and I'm not going to push it. It's just, you know, it'll happen if it happens, and that's the way it's meant to be. So, yeah, just look for the silver lining. But, you know, I've wrote something down, but, you know, I'm just rubbish at whatever. Because, like I said, it's thoughts. Thoughts come into reality if you keep thinking things. It's like, I don't know if this will make sense, but if, I don't believe in coincidences. If something happens, I think it's like a message, especially if it keeps happening, it's like recurring, it's like someone's trying to tell you something, something's trying to tell you something. Like, you ever done that thing where you've spoke about someone, or you've not seen someone for years, and you sort of talk about them, maybe like a week later, you're like, oh my God, I was shockingly thinking, do you know what I saw, blah, 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 blah. It was meant to happen. Maybe get back in contact with the person, I don't know, but I don't believe in coincidence. I think things happen for a reason. You were thinking about it, and your subconscious was probably thinking about it. You've been talking about it a lot or thinking about it a lot, and then it sort of sends it out there and it comes into reality. Then you saw that person, if you know what I mean. I have loads of things like that. But anyway, this book, because I'm doing two tonight. I'm doing this one because I want to watch a film after, and then I'm going to do a quick witchy ways because I got my boots today. Boots. I got my boots today, and there's a little bit more jewellery that I've done. Oh, and I've got my little wands in today, little wand there, little stars in. yeah, so basically, let's see. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because you write down in the book as well, and this is from last year, the 4th of June last year I did this, and you write the time, and so you can look back and think, oh yeah. But this one, right, what you've got to do is, I'll just say what the theory is on here. There is an invisible energy force or field of infinite possibilities, and it's yours for the asking. Does the FP exist? What's FP? Right. I can't even say this word. The hypotenuse. If there's a 24/7 energy force equally available to everyone, I can access it at any time simply by paying attention. Furthermore, if I ask the force for a blessing, force, universe, being, whatever, giving it a specific time frame and clear instructions, it will send me a gift and say, my pleasure. I did this last year. I don't know if anyone remembers, I was talking about this and I did get a gift and it did work. So the time frame, you can write this down, 48 hours, right? You've got 48 hours. So in here, so you'd write the date down from today if you're going to do it tonight or tomorrow, whenever you're going to start it, write it down from when you started. The deadline is 48 hours. So you can write the day when that time frame's up. So it says, this is the approach. I hate to break it to you, FP, but folks are starting to talk. They're starting to wonder, is this guy for real? I mean, really? Like I'd be so much skin off your chin to come down here and call off this crazy hide and seek thing you've been playing. I'm giving you exactly 48 hours to make your presence known. I want a thumbs up, a clear sign, something cannot be written off as a coincidence. Didn't know that I said that, I was just talking about it. So, it says research notes. You've got to write in, I think I wrote in, see, it can be a gift from anywhere. So a stranger could give you something, or you might find something in the street, or a friend might come round with something and you weren't expecting it. It's a gift. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. It doesn't have to be, So I put in, I received a gift, and I'm writing it as if it's already happened. I received a gift from a friend. Or did I? Oh no, I didn't. Sorry. I'm just writing in here. My friend. Oh no. So you've got 48 hours, so you've got to think. You're going to ask the universe, the force, whatever. You're going to say it in your head. You don't have to say it out loud. I'm going to receive a gift in 48 hours. I would like to receive it. So I know your presence, you're showing your presence to me, sort of thing. And then I wrote down in, I think, before the 48 hours was up, and you've not got to think, you've not got to doubt it at all. I sort of nearly did, but, well, no, I didn't. I kept thinking, I know it'll come, and I only had a couple of hours left, and I tried not to think about it. I was like, I will get a gift. I will get a gift in the form of something or whatever, if you understand what I mean. Anyway, my friend was coming round and she said, oh, are you in? And I was like, yeah. She went, I'll pop round because she'd been to, I wrote it down here, she'd been to Liverpool. So she came round, she went, oh, I've got you a gift. And I was like, I looked at her and I went, what? And she went, I've just got you a little gift. She said, it's only something little. I was like, no, you don't understand. I was like, I've just done this thing. I went in, I only had like a couple of hours left and you've just walked. She didn't know about this. I didn't tell her. Didn't tell her I was doing this. And all it was a hand cream, and it was this like little, smell like macaroons, like a posh little hand cream that she'd got in Liverpool, and she must have gone in like, a Bath Body Shop thing. So it doesn't matter what it is. Could have been a bag of crisps, but she even said, I've just got you this little gift, and I was like, what? And when I told her, she was like, really? And I was like, yeah, look, I've wrote it in the book. So, yeah, so you need to say that. If you start it, put the date down and then write the date down that you're 48 hours is up till you'll know. But you've really got to believe that this gift is coming, and you know it's coming, and you put it out there and it is coming, whatever. And then sort of forget about it. You know it's going to make its presence known by getting a gift. So why don't you try it out? But this book's really good. But like I said, you've really got to believe it. You've got to say it. You don't have to say it out loud. You just got to say, you can say it in your head, you know. Or like he did here. You can say in your head, I'm giving you exactly 48 hours to make your presence known. I want a thumbs up and a clear sign something cannot be written off as a coincidence. Bang, that's it. Right? I want you to do it properly. So that's that. But if you fancy having a go at this book, because it's got a few in it, every one I've done has worked. There was one in here, let me see if I can find it, about, I have done this in a post before, a few months back, I don't know when it was, well, last year, I don't know when it was. What's this one? There was one, oh, there was one in here, I can't find it. There was one in here, I've just took my page out now, I've lost it. About, oh, what was it? Let's see if I can find it. Where are you? Maybe I didn't write it down. It's good as well because you can write in the book. So, what's that? I don't know what that one is. Where? Right, I can't exactly find it, but there was something in here about a sign for something. I can't remember what it was, but the thing I asked for, whatever it was, my question was, I'd know because I'd hear the song, What a Wonderful World, because my late granddad, that's what he had at his funeral. So I thought, if I hear that somewhere, you know, and it can be anywhere, it could be a car going past and then you hear it, or it comes on telly, or it was on the radio, and you're like, and that had a certain amount of time. So that again was coming up to, down to a couple of hours whenever it was up, because some are 48 hours, some might be 24 hours in the book, because you get quite a few to do. But oh, by the way, just saying, I've got a new candle, glass candle. It might look like the other one, but this one's purple and the other one's pink, because I went to Aldi today and got another one. Just saw it in the background and I thought, oh yeah, I've got two now, collecting them. But yeah, so it's come down to a couple of hours again. I mean, I was sort of slightly thinking, oh, and then I was thinking, I wonder why I'm gonna hear this. And then all of a sudden I was watching something. Oh, I'll tell you what it was. It was a rerun of Take Me Out, is it? With Paddy McGuinness in it. And this guy was on it. This black guy was on it, and he had a mannequin. Because if you ever watched it, you might remember. And it was a little like, is it Louis Armstrong who sang that song? I might have got it wrong, I don't know. Louis Armstrong, is it Louis Armstrong? Anyway, it was a little puppet of him. And I didn't know, and he was sat there, and all of a sudden, he started singing, you know, with the puppet. And he went, what a wonderful, you know, singing What a Wonderful World. And I was like, oh my God. I literally didn't have that long to go, and it just came on, and I was like, oh my God. So it could be from anywhere. But yeah, it's fun to do that book anyway. Like I said, Pam Grout, E2, I got it on Amazon, I think. It's a good book with little experiments in it, so you can just do it. You know, you can go through the book. I've gone through it slowly. I've got a couple more to do yet, which I will get back on because I forgot about it. But it is good. Every time I've been like, well, I can't really be like, no way, because I know it worked, because I believe in law of attraction, and, you know, the path that I'm on and all that is to do with all that sort of stuff, the universe and the forces and things. And sorry, I'm in my pyjamas today because I've just done a workout on my trampoline, my little rebounder that I've got. Thought I'd have a bash. It was really good. I enjoyed it, and I was actually watching telly while I was doing it, so that was good. I tried 15 minutes because last time I did it was really killing my feet. I don't know, maybe it's because I was a little bit heavier then, I don't know. So I've tried it out again and I enjoyed it, so I'm going to do it again tomorrow. So that was that. I did say Oh, and that was the other thing before I do the reading, is look out for messages. I know it sounds batty, but it's just the way I am. But if something keeps popping up, or you keep seeing a certain thing, sometimes if you go in, like, because we can Google these days, what that meaning means. Like, you know, when I keep seeing this little blackbird, and it's like in the crow family anyway. When you Google what the meaning of something is, it'll tell you, like the ladybird thing, and I keep having ladybirds landing on me and stuff. It's lucky. It's a lucky thing. There's little things like that. It's really cute if you do it. What was the other thing I'd got? Because they say if it's animals and you keep seeing a certain animal, like you've noticed, them birds outside again. Google the meaning of it. Sometimes you'll be surprised. You might be like, yeah, I think that as well. Like when I had the raven in my garden that I've not seen before, and that's to do with strength and changes and come to help you and stuff like that. It's really interesting. I love stuff like that. So anyway, but yeah, so it's just a quick one tonight because I've got to do the next one and watch film after. I've just found, I know there's an old film of, is it the Witch Hunter or whatever? I've just found, I didn't even know, I've just found one with Vin Diesel in it, and I was like, oh my god, I'm going to watch that after. It was quite good, and I like him anyway. I like him in Fast and Furious. So I'm going to do my Shadows of Light card. I'm going to do one for us all, and then I'm going to do one for Kelly because you asked. So if you want a reading next week for me to pull a card out for you, comment on here. I'll write your name down and I'll do it next week. I'm also, I think I'm on 101 subscribers now. I know it's not a lot, but it means a lot to me because I know that I've helped people a little bit on the way or whatever. So I will be, like I said, I will be sorting a giveaway out. I'm going to put some stuff together. I'll show you and explain what I'm going to do. So I'll just shuffle. I'll do one for us and then, right, that's just flipped over. So I'll just, that's just fell out. So I'll just put that on there. Right, let's see. Sea Beacon Fairy guidance, but where will it lead you? Whoa. It looks a bit spooky. So I'll just read this one because this one flipped over. I normally jump out, but this one didn't. This is number 3. What's she saying? Show you the picture again. It says, I do hold up the light, but only you can choose as to whether the direction I lead you in the right is right, the right one for you at this time. It may be your salvation I'd lead you to, and it may be that I am gathering souls and you will perish upon the rocks or drown in the cold seas. I know this is hard to hear. It is not a sure thing. This advice and guidance will have... I'm on one again. It is not a sure thing. The advice and guidance you have received, and for all its insistence that it comes from the light, the advice may not be which you need to follow at this time. I understand this may be confusing, but I am assuring you mostly of one great truth, that perhaps you must find your own way out at this time. So that says message is guidance, but where will it lead you? Perhaps you must find your own way out at this time. I wonder if that's like sometimes I have relied on other people to help with stuff in the past, but the thing is, now me being on my own and stuff, I feel like I am finding my own way and my own way out. That's how I see it as anyway. And I could have perished on the rocks, like I was saying before, if I wanted to, because I could have really... You know, there's been times when I've cried and stuff and I've got really upset and really emotional because I am an emotional person. I'm very sensitive. And that's why, like I said before, I can't watch a lot of the news stuff. I get too upset. But that's a good thing. It's because I have feelings. I feel for things and people. Which isn't a bad thing. People might say it's soft. No, I actually have feelings and care for people and things and animals and stuff. And I get very upset. But I've had a good cry sometimes where I've really sobbed, like heartbreakingly sobbed. But then I pulled myself together. But some people, I could have really let myself proper go, get really down and start drinking, and there's a lot of things I could have done, but I didn't do it, and I didn't want to do it, and I pulled myself out, and I got my way through it. I'm still plodding on now, but I'm okay. I'm doing okay, It's alright. I'm not in a place or with someone that hurts me or anything that upsets me that way anymore, so it's been okay to be on my own because I'm happy, with doing the things I want to do. So yeah, but anyway, I'll do one for Kelly. Put that one back in. Try and give it a good shuffle about anything. Thing is with these, because they're so big, it's quite hard to shuffle these ones. I'll have to start doing the smaller decks. My other ones I was showing the other day. Oh, by the way, the Kilted Goth, when you said about your cats, you got that stuffed teddy cat and you keep thinking it's real sat in the corner. I've got a fake plant, and every time I water my plants in the morning, I keep going to water it, just about to water it, thinking it's not real, because it really does look real. Like a cheese plant thing. Mad. Right, I'm thinking of Kelly. And you've got... Oh, you've got this one. I had that one the other day. Why do we always get the same ones all the time? Near enough every time I've pulled one out for you. It's the I am... Is it Kali or something? From Death Comes Rebirth. I read this the other day, but it's a good one. I had it the other day with the others. That was my first one that I pulled out. But I'll read it again anyway. Number 13 is... Right, the message is, if I can speak. No, I'm rubbish at reading. I am a dancer who moves through the fire, who wields a sword and severs the cords of energy that entangle you, and who is not afraid of death that needs to happen. Every act of destruction is an action of creation, and this is no act of pointless destruction and brutality. I am clearing all that is leeching off your energy, draining and strength, and abrading those relationships that cannot do anything but keep you stuck. Whether you realise it or not, you called on me, and I have come to clear the path, to destroy that which you have longed to let go of. Something's time has come, and it will be born again, as nothing truly ever dies. It only changes, and that time has come. I am pure fire energy and the Great Mother, and as I dance, the death you face brings you to new life. And the message from that was, from death comes rebirth. So that's good, because rebirth is a good thing. It could be, well, I know sort of your situation, so you are like in a bit of rebirth at the minute, because I know you're starting again with something, and your family things and stuff, and that's quite nice. So it's like you've got a fresh start again, you know what I mean. And I think you'll say that makes sense, that card to you. So it was just a short one tonight, mind you. I'm on 28 minutes, not really that short, but you know what, Mike, because I'm just going to do a quick witchy ways of some new jewellery that I put on Instagram, and some boots that came today that were really nice, but I just can't get used to walking them, but they are gorgeous. Probably wear them to London when I go and see Wicked. So if you're coming over to Witchy Ways in a bit, I shall see you soon, and keep positive and everything, and go and buy this book. But remember, if you want to just do the one I've done, look at this video. Like, if you're forgetting what I've said, 48 hours, you're going to get a gift. You've got to ask for it. You can't just go, oh yeah, I'm just asking, even if it's in your head, you don't have to say it out loud. Don't do it. Do it like you've got to believe it, and you know it's coming, and you're asking the universe to put it out there. So see you on Witchy Ways if you're coming over in a bit. Bye.